Hi, this is Adam Eliyahu Berkowitz from Israel 365 News. I have a shocking story that came across my desk 2 weeks ago. A friend of mine, Amit Barak, said that he had been approached by a Norwegian pastor who led a tour group to Israel. And when they went to ascend the Temple Mount, when they went inside the compound, Waqf guards approached them and said, "You have to wear these clothes." And the clothes were like sweatpants, a sweatshirt, and a cloth yellow cap. And the sweatpants and sweatshirt had a wide yellow stripe on it. And it was humiliating. And the man said, "I'm never going up to the Temple Mount again." He said, "I come to Israel, I lead tour groups. I'm never going up to the Temple Mount again." He was quite upset. And I had never heard anything like that or seen anything like that. I've been up to the Temple Mount several times. So I asked around to all my friends, people I knew who went up frequently. My friend Akiva Ariel said, "Sure, happens all the time. It's been going on for years." Yaakov Heyman also. "Sure, it's been going on for years, getting more frequent." Really? Asked everyone I spoke to, they said yes, it happens all the time. I was shocked. I had never seen it. So I did a little research, and I discovered that there was a what they call the Pact of Omar, which was established by Umayyad Caliph Umar II in the 9th century. And in the Pact of Omar, there were outlined rules for non-Muslims to live under the Muslim rule. And one of the rules, there were certain rules like not riding a horse, giving way to a Muslim on the sidewalk, all kinds of signs of deference. And one of the signs was to wear clothes with a distinctive yellow stripe or a yellow belt. And this identified them as non-Muslims, as Christians. And they were required, of course, to pay an additional tax, a heavy tax. And this was enforced throughout history in many Muslim caliphates. And as recently even as 2001, Afghanistan Hindus were required to wear yellow badges because they were considered un-Islamic and idolatrous by the mainstream Muslim community. So there is a history behind this, and if you look at a picture, I'll post the link to it, the photograph of the clothes and the people wearing them, it's pretty embarrassing, pretty humiliating. And some people said, I think it happens mostly in the summer when women and even men are less modestly dressed. But in the photos, I did not see a single immodestly dressed person. And most of these people were devout and identifiable Christians, devout Christians generally dressed modestly. I asked the Israeli police about it, and they said, no comment. I was pretty shocked. I asked Dr. Mordechai Kedar, who is an expert Islamist, and he said, well, I don't think that it is from the Pact of Umar. I think it is to set aside the Christians so that their people, the Arabs who are on the Temple Mount, don't harass the Christians, because for now they only want to harass the Jews, because no one says anything if the Jews are harassed, if there's any problem with the Jews going up to the Temple Mount. We saw recently when Itamar Ben Gvir went up to the Temple Mount, the United States government, the State Department, said, oh, that's horrible. He didn't pray. He didn't break the status quo. He went up to the Temple Mount during the proper time, on the proper pathway. He went up. And apparently, That is not allowed. The world went crazy over Itamar Ben-Gvir going up. So I think the reason why no one spoke about it is because Christians are not used to being oppressed. They are the most oppressed minority in the Middle East. They're being murdered. Egyptians, even Lebanese, the Christians are being murdered. Bethlehem used to be 90% Christian. It's now 20% Christian. There are less than 1,000 Christians in Gaza, and there used to be way more. The Christian population in Israel is dropping, and Israel is the place where Christians are the most protected. In other countries, Christians are disappearing. They're horribly oppressed. Islam is replacement theology. Being a Christian is a threat to them. It's saying to them, there's a very powerful religion that does not accept Muhammad. That's the problem. What I'd like to see happen, what I'd like to recommend, is this has to be known. Christians have to know that they're being excluded. They're going to be excluded from the Temple Mount. They're being singled out under the same edicts they were oppressed under Muslim rule. This has to be known, that Christians are being singled out. As a Jew, I understand what it means to be singled out by a yellow badge. That's the first step. So please, I'm going to put the link on the video. Please share, talk to your friends about it. Let it be known that Christians are being singled out and humiliated on the Temple Mount by the Islamic Waqf. Thank you very much. Be blessed.